Your attitude is going to determine your success more than your IQ, more than your opportunities or your gifts and talents. See, you could be very smart. You can live in a country that provides lots of opportunities, and you could be really gifted and talented. But in the end, your attitude is going to either lift you up or sink you. And an attitude is a decision we make. That's what the Word of God teaches us. Listen to this passage in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. It says, you were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by deceitful desires, and to be made new in the attitude of your minds. You know how you really become new? When you change your attitude. You have the attitude of that of Jesus Christ. So as I look at Jesus in the Gospels, a couple of things stand out to me in Jesus' attitude. That is, he was positive and optimistic because he had faith in God. So even if he faced a storm in a boat, he still slept. He wasn't worried. When he faced a demoniac that ran to him and screaming at the top of his voice, he wasn't discouraged by that. And when he saw someone who's sick and ill, he never saw that that was the end of their life. He prayed and they recovered. To Jesus, everything was possible with God. So he was positive. He was optimistic. How about you? Are you that positive person that no matter what circumstance you face, you're joyful in affliction? You understand? You're not going to let anyone steal your joy or circumstances steal your joy. You're going to be positive because that's the attitude that Jesus Christ had. And Paul writes in Philippians chapter 3, your attitude should be the same as that of Jesus Christ. And so we ought to be approaching life with such optimism because nothing should discourage us. And then the second thing I notice about Jesus is he was loving. When he saw a prostitute, when others looked down at her, he did not. When people wanted to stone an adulterer, Jesus found a way to forgive her and give her a chance to live a new life. You see, Jesus saw humanity and he did not get offended by them. Even when Judas kissed him, he didn't slap him back. No, Jesus had this loving, kind attitude. And how about you, friend? Do you walk around just so loving, so kind to people? And when people do wrong to you, do you just let it go? Or are you petty? You're finding something wrong with them at every turn? You can't do this. You can't live a life of success in career and with people and yet live petty and critical. And every time someone does you wrong, even if it's little, you get bent out of shape. You get upset. You lose your temper. You can't forgive for days. What's your problem? You don't have the right attitude. You know, I used to fly an airplane. And one of the indicators that we had on the airplane, one of the instruments was called an attitude indicator. It's that artificial horizon that determines, that shows whether you're going up, going down, going left or right. And in order for it to go up, you have to pull on the yoke and then the indicator will show, the attitude indicator will show you're going up. In life, if your attitude's not showing up, you're not going up. And that's why you have to have an attitude of faith, positiveness. You have to have an attitude of loving and kind and not resentful, not petty, not judgmental, not looking to find something wrong in people, but looking to find something good in people. You know, yesterday I had a guy write to me. He wanted to complain to me because he thought I shouldn't show any videos of me eating good food. That's what he thought. So he's writing to a man of God about don't show video of eating good food because there's people who are starving to death and they get offended by that. And I'm thinking, this guy has problems galore in his life. If he's writing to a man of God about this, you can only imagine how he treats other people. He's seeing them with a critical eye. Friend, you got to change that attitude. If that's like you got to change that. You got to quit looking at the bad in people, trying to find everything wrong in them. No, friend, find what is good in people. And I'm telling you, when you find what's good in people, you're putting on the attitude of Jesus. Because that's what Jesus did. He found the good in sinners. That's why he ate with them. That's why he wanted to win them. Because he believed they could change. And you got to have this loving attitude, this faith-filled attitude, this optimistic attitude. And friend, when you have that kind of attitude, man, I'm telling you, you'll go a long way in life, in relationships, in career, in finances, because no one could put someone down who has a good Christ-like attitude.